All right, ladies and gentlemen, Hanky Pasenky here, and we have the Unveiling. So this is not yet varnished, but all of the ink, I've completed the ink at this point. So again, this started out as a Rhea egg, which was sanded and then dyed blue, and then the scales were waxed on, and then it was etched, and then the cut lines were dyed black, and then the wax was melted off, and then I did a couple layers of ink. So as you saw, let's see, so the first round, which I put on with these little makeup sponges, was this, which way is this? Right. So these are calligraphy inks. So basically they add a lot of color without a whole lot of dimension. They don't actually build up very much. You don't get a whole lot of depth from them, or build up. You don't get much build up, but they do add a lot of color. And you can put them on pretty delicately if you want to. So this one was the darker one, which I did mostly on what would be the lower parts of the scale. And then the second color was this Dutch blue, which is just a tiny bit lighter. So you can kind of see the difference. It has a lot more shimmer, it has a lot more sparkle to it. And that was on what would be the tips of the scales, to have them pop up a little bit. And then because those turned out to be so very, very similar, then I also used just a little brush, little detail brush, to do some pearlescent, just straight up pearl. Just kind of very lightly brushed it right on the edges, just right on the tips, to have them pop just a teeny tiny bit. And it's very subtle, like you can kind of see it on a couple of the scales, maybe, but it's pretty subtle. And that one, sorry, you can't really see what the color name is because I ordered a bunch of inks online, and I highly recommend never ever ordering calligraphy inks online, because if they are not very well packaged, and these were not very well packaged, 2 of the 6 that I ordered exploded. And then this one also cracked quite a bit, so I'm going to have to use it up pretty quick before it dries out. Anyway, so that's what we're left with, and I'm pretty happy with this guy. So now I just need to varnish it for protection, and then I'm going to fill it with some great stuff just to give it some internal cohesion. And then I'll seal up that, and then I'll have to bring out the inks again to fill the hole and disguise it. But this is kind of what we're left with. So this is my first shimmery blue dragon egg. I'm not sure exactly which fandom group this is from. I'm sure somebody will figure it out. And it is a wonderful thing to hold. It does still have the nice, the feature that you can't get from acrylic or ceramic is that when you hold it, it kind of warms up to the touch a little bit, because it is still, it's an eggshell. So it still has that, that hint of life left in there, and you can kind of feel it when you hold it. I love that. All right, there we are.